I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Who are you?
I'm done with violence, brother. I'm done.
Done with violence? What's that supposed to mean?
It means no more hurting my fellow man.
Light 'em up!
Go after it!
Bang, bang!
Good job with the non-violence thing, by the way. Doing a real good job there, mate. Impressive.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is another request from Broad Stipe. For those who want to request any type of reviews of movies or something else, re-reviews, topics, reactions, pretty much any type of videos, you can send the request either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both links are down below in the info box. But now, this is a review for the sequel to The Debt Collector. Either called The Debt Collector 2, or what I saw was just called Debt Collectors. Which I guess is a 2020 film. And I liked. And I went to this being uneasy and a bit sketchy, because the first film ended with such a... I thought it was a bit repetitive. It really didn't have a story that went anywhere. And in the last 10 minutes, they thought it was Butch Cassidy's Sundance Kid, or Bonnie and Clyde. They tried to be like a... Try to be artsy-fartsy with cows and slaughter the cows, and then your two leads are dead. And I'm like, how the fuck is there even a sequel? How the fuck are these two alive? They were dead. And I'll say this. If you can somehow overcome the bullshit, because they do explain why they're alive, because they do talk about their injuries, and one talks about how he flatlined twice. So at least they mention it. It's bullshit, but at least they mention it. There's some movies that don't even mention it at all. No, we didn't. It didn't do that. So if you can ignore that, and actually, you know what? It did some, to be fair, it did some nice some nice little drama moments where they talk about death. Like, you said you died twice. Did you see anything? You did some nice moments from the characters because of that, to be fair. So at least there's that. That notion, if you did go over that and realize also that this movie does not have as much action as the first film, which is too bad, at least fight-wise. And I guess that's where I kind of looked at where this might not have as much fights as the first film. Like, by the time I got to 4 minutes in the first film, there was probably like 6 fight scenes. Here, not so much. But I thought this was... When the fight scenes do happen, they're still well done. But there's actual story being told. And you actually did a bit more of the characters of Scott Adkins and Louis Mandylor. You actually did a bit more of their back and forth. And I thought their back and forth was much more genuine and fun in this. I really felt like there was a bond between these two being made compared to the first. And technically you could see this without watching the first one. As long as you have the notion, they knew it before, they thought they were dead. And again, when I went into this, I thought, oh my god, this is going to be some bullshit. I was pleasantly surprised. I was pleasantly surprised. You start with a bar fight. Pretty good. I thought you were dead. So did I. Yeah, I flatlined 2 times. Well, as far as zombies go, you looking alright. I like the idea that when Louis Mandylor, the story is Louis Mandylor has come to find Scott Adkins and get him on another job. And then as Scott Adkins puts it, hey, I did that job for almost 3 days and we almost died, so get stuffed. But pretty much he's able to get Scott Adkins to go with him to collect 3 depths, go to 3 places. But unlike the first, there seems like there's an actual story. Like there's a reason why they're collecting these 3. There's stuff going on with Louis Mandylor's buddy back at base camp. That's how I call it. That details with something from the first movie. But again, you can pretty much figure out without seeing the first movie. And again, it's based more on story and character with some really good fight scenes. In fact, there's one scene that I thought was fantastic. It is a very long fight scene between Scott Adkins and Louis Mandylor that gave me vibes of They Live. Now, no, it's not going to be as good as They Live. That fist fight is for the ages. But this has that feeling that I guarantee the director, Scott Adkins, I guarantee if you asked him, They Live was on their mindset. And it's a pretty damn good fight. Because Louis Mandylor is really good with his fists, and Scott Adkins, and they're friends, or they're kind of friends, but they're still fighting each other. To the point where one tries to kick one in the balls. I think Louis Mandylor tries to kick him in the balls, and you sneaky motherfucker. Yeah, Louis Mandylor tries to kick Scott Adkins in the balls, and Scott Adkins captures it. It's like, you sneaky motherfucker. Something happens, and then he also does kick Scott Adkins in the balls. Like, that's a really... That to me was the best scene in the movie. Easily. It was also cool to see, like, Marina Sirtis from Star Trek The Next Generation. She played Deanna Troi. She's in this. Vernon Wells makes an appearance. He doesn't have much to do, sadly, but it was cool to see Vernon Wells make an appearance in there. I like the banter between the two. What happened to my car? Louis Mandylor tells Scott Adkins, like, Scott Adkins had his car in the last movie. So Louis Mandylor says, hey, where's my car? I don't know, I sold it. You sold it? How much did you sell it? What? You sold for that? The fucking ribs cost more than that. What's this? It's my car. No, it's a wheelchair with a fucking roof, Frenchie. So, again, those two, they worked really well in this movie. She looked like a girl? No, she looked like a fucking monster. You know, they have argument at one time between boxing and MMA. There's a lot of moments I liked in this. I liked some of the little serious moments where they talk about they almost died. Did you see anything? There's other moments of levity. Like one of the places they go to is this boxing gym, and Scott Adkins come across these boxers, and Scott says something to the effect of, you know what, I'm the guy calling you a cunt in front of your boyfriends. So either that makes me the biggest dog in the yard, or a complete fucking nutcase. I mean, again, Scott and you know, he's a lot of fun. He gets to do a bit more acting in Louis Mandalore. The boxing scene was pretty good. I don't want to give too much away with that. So yeah, I could say I would love to see more action. So, and the first film does have more fights. I can only assume that's why that gets a higher rating. That got a higher rating than this, which I don't agree with. I think this film is miles better. Because, again, yes, that first film has more fights, but this one I thought had a better story, better character actions, and felt more in sync. And again, it didn't throw in the stupid black and white artsy fartsy message bullshit, whatever the hell the first film was trying to do. And the ending, decent shootout sequence. A much better ending, I'll say that. A much better ending than the first movie. So I could give credit to Jesse Johnson, because he directed Accident Man, which I enjoyed. He directed Avengement, which is one of Scott Actor's best films. And on the flip side, he did Triple Threat, which was very disappointing. He did The First Debt Collector. He learned his lesson. Because the characters in the story, I think, are improved. And fight scenes take a little bit of a backseat. But makes up for it because that fight between Louis Mandalore and Scott Adkins, to me, is the most fun fight of both movies. I think just because, kind of like they live, they're friends, but, you know, just this back and forth, they're evenly... And Louis Mandalore's pretty good with his fists, I gotta say. He's pretty fast with his fists. I really enjoyed that. And then what he does to these two guys who come across them during the fight, I won't give it away, but I thought that was really satisfying too. So, I definitely recommend the film if you like the first film, sure. Even if you've never seen the first film, I recommend this. I thought this was that's me though. If you don't like it, it's cool. If you dislike it, that's fine. I thought this was rather solid. And again, I think this is a 2020 film, but I had never heard that this was even out. I didn't even know there was a sequel, so I gotta look real quick to make sure. I mean, I didn't know there was a sequel before. Like, when did it come out is what I'm trying to find. Yeah, it says 2020. It doesn't say, I don't know if I can find a release date, but... Oh, May 29th, 2020. May 29th? Huh, May. Huh. Yeah, I thought this did like, this is a lot better than Hard Target 2. I just saw that on the fucking... Listen, like, Scott Adkins, he's been in some stuff I have not liked. Hard Target 2, Assassination Games. This is far better than that, and that stuff gets more notice than this. Like, this was completely under the radar, completely forgotten. I think it's a lower rating than the first film, which I don't agree with. Yeah. So with that said, also what I like about the movie, the story has a little bit of a Western vibe, which I thought was nice. Because I don't remember a damn thing about the music in the first film. But here the music, even the music stands a bit, it's a bit more noticeable. There's a bit of that Western flavor. And again, it's like, okay, what can I improve on the first film? This, and this. Which is what you should do with the sequel. Again, if you only add in a couple more fights in the first half, a couple more, then be perfect, but other than that, pretty damn good sequel. So with that said, thanks for watching, take care, and we will see you guys later. Bye bye.